my name is Elizaveta Kozina, but you can call me Lisa. I'm from a European University at St. Petersburg, the second year of master's degree in arts and humanities, or we also call it art history. I would say that first of all, I would like to change my the image before my eyes during the study at my home university, because during the year I got used to what is happening around me, and I wanted some new experience, some international experience, obviously, and then. I am specializing in Renaissance studies, so that Venice is one of the best cities to see everything, to have an opportunity to travel somewhere in Italy. So for me, for an art historian, it is also a valuable experience to have an exchange in Italy. That's exciting. This is my university. I went just after the airport using the Vodafone evaporator, going, going to San Salvador. Oh, is it the university? So I was surprised actually. Then the situation has changed because, oh, because I saw a lot of people of many different nations, and I was a little bit shy about my English level and if I will be able to study there. I don't know. It was interesting, and another thing that which was interesting that I was living in campus. So how I will share the room with the people of other nationalities and so on. Yeah. I like this time in general. It is difficult to enter this because I like this time, and it is there is something special in living and studying there because it is like a whole, like a little world of, with all these tiny details of infrastructure, all this stuff. All people living there, people teaching there. So it is a little world in a tiny island in Venice. It's like that. I had the track, the classes of the track Italy. So it was Italian language, history of Venice, history of Italy in films, and it was art and architecture in Renaissance Venice. Mm, it was the thing what which was interesting is to always have a communication with people of other nations, not only in terms of their language and their mother tongue, their accents, the various accents in Italian language, but also their way of thinking, how their culture affected them. For example, in interpreting some problems for presentations, for essay, for our classes. So it was really interesting to compare what they see as something normal and what I perceive as something evident. Oh, all of them were challenging for me. I appreciated all of them, and I'm totally satisfied with my choice of classes. Maybe I will talk about every class a little bit. I did love our classes of Italian language because it was one of the most practical one. You learn some words and then you can use them in cafeteria. And also, I felt more like a strong person after 3 months of learning in VIU that I can say something, which was great. And I really, really appreciate our teacher, Laura. Another class was about art and architecture in Renaissance Venice. I did love our professor and how he explains and how he really loves the subject he teaches, and his openness. And another two classes taught by Luca Pies, about the art, about history of Venice and about contemporary history in films. The second one was more challenging for me because of the seminars, which were like discussions of the films. Which was a little bit difficult because of many different languages, the problem how they formulate the questions and so on. But also, I felt during these classes, like my personal and linguistic, I would say, growth both, because like that you start to interact with many points of view. Yeah. I loved my Saturday mornings when I made once a week this little effort to go somewhere and to see some other Italian cities, and then and then in this Saturday on Sunday returning to San Servolo and feeling that I'm returning home, maybe like that. I think it's Venice. I think, yeah. And this thing, and this international community, which is forming with you, because there is no like a basic university. People studying there all the time, so you don't feel like they are the only one new person and have to integrate, that everybody is integrating with you, so that the community is more open. I have already recommended it to other people. Yeah, yeah. Because for some of them, as I can see, not only for the experience of living in Venice, not only for this valuable experience of integrating the international community, but in general, for those who it would be valuable to go to some Venetian libraries to see something, I recommend it for this reason. And secondly, uh, because hmm, at least it is appreciated uh, it is appreciated to have an international experience during your study. My internship was in Centro Studi Classica in UAP University. I was an intern, and as I have already explained in my report, I have multiple like functions as an intern. First, I was as long as it is a study center, it has a lot of activities. In general, they can be divided by the research activity. So they have like research seminars, they have conferences. Secondly, they have their editorial activity, they edit their books, and thirdly, they have their journal, a monthly journal in grammar, in which I had also my functions. So I participated in the research seminars and in the conferences, as I was helping, for example, to organize it, and I was all just assisting these conferences. In editorial activity, I was helping with, for example, proofreading and so on, and in organizing it in general, and in the edition of Ingramma, I was involved in writing an article for the March issue. And I was also exercising like proofreading. I was also assisting on the discussions of the issues. So I was involved in all the subjects. First of all, that I already can do something. I'm able to do something related to my profession. I'm ready to do that because it was my first application of my theoretical knowledge on something on more practical area. Then also, there are some international points which were very interesting for me. For example, how it is in Italian academical culture, how they formulate something, how they structurize something. It was really interesting, and maybe it will help me if I ever will interact or I will ever publish something in Italian, I don't know, journal or will work with it. Then how the research center specializing on iconography, one of my areas of interest, how they work in comparison to the Russian work, and how they what is new, which novelties uh, they seem relevant, I would say, which was also very interesting, and also yeah, like general erudition. I appreciated some of the extracurricular activities and our no, it's not. I wouldn't say it's classes, but some of the tours around Venice, and not only in Venice. And this is where I would like to say something about our teacher of art and architecture in Renaissance Venice, because Cosimo Monteleone, who was really disappointed that some of the students still have not seen visited some of the churches, and he organized at this very moment our tour around these churches because he believed them gorgeous and must see in Venice. So this, I don't know, will of people to show around and to make us appreciate Venice and its art. Yeah. Scuola Grande di San Rocco. Yes, Scuola Grande di San Rocco, one of massive places, and then I will say another one, Carezzonico. Carezzonico with the frescoes by Domenica Tiepolo, I think like that. Organized co-curricular activity was the Laguna trip, one of the best ones, yeah. Mm, maybe to go in some northern parts of Venice, like in Leo Piccolo or to Torcello, because not so many people get there finally. But I believe this point, the starting point of points of Venice, from which it's actually derived, which I explaining and describing it from some more interesting angle. Yeah. Vaporetto timetable. Yeah, but I would say that I got used to that rather quickly, and it was not so like a dramatical gap between Venice and St. Petersburg, because it is still a big city with a lot of tourists and a lot of museums, and it is another like St. Petersburg is in northern Venice. I mean, it's just Venice. But I would say some behaviors around the evaporator timetable, and some behaviors of I don't know, of walking not through the big amount of people of tourists and finding your own routes was really different. And after living in Venice, I have some interesting bug which I noticed when I was already in Rome in October, that I expect every angle to be a tiny road. Yeah, because in Venice everything has lots of roads, which really differs from St. Petersburg, where you have a huge avenue and some other big routes. It really differs, and it's really interesting how you realize that you becoming a little bit more that your mind started becoming a little more Venetian, like that. Really special experience. I would like to say that this Venetian experience made me feel in like that there is one more city which is a home for me.